Hi, I'm Mark with the Average Me channel. Today finds me in Sioux City, Iowa. And here we are at the Lewis Clark Interpretive Center. I'd like to say Lewis and Clark are really big in this area, but I think that would be a terrible pun, don't you? And the first thing we see here is an American bison. Seems to be life size. Hey, big fella. And we see this fox. He's got his eye on something. Let's see what it is. Oh! Look at that. It's a prairie dog coming up out of his hole. Now this I know isn't life size. I get deer that run into my yard quite frequently. They're a little bigger than this. And here's something I wouldn't want to run into. Man, even in bronze, I'm a little afraid of him. I can tell you this isn't life size. Pretty impressive. I wonder if that is really a dog they had or if it's just an artist's interpretation. Look at that. It really is the dog they had, Seaman, Lewis's faithful Newfoundland dog. And there he is. There's Seaman, the faithful dog. Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Have we been your meeting with everybody?
All right. They say if I push this button, Seaman will bark and wag his tail. Okay, I picked up an official visitor's journal. The first thing I have to do is decide what job I want as I enlist in this expedition. So, I can be Captain Clark. Nah, I think that's a little too ambitious for me. I can be Meriwether Lewis. No, I don't think so. There's a job for me. I can be a private. And I can make $5 a month. I'll put that in there. And there I am. I'm a private. So there's Thomas Jefferson. He sent Lewis and Clark on their expedition. He made the Louisiana Purchase. Let's take a look at him, see if we can get him to talk to us.
In January of 1803, I wrote a secret message to Congress. I requested funds for an expedition led by my former personal secretary, Meriwether Lewis. Congress granted my request. In June of 1803, I sent instructions to Lewis. I described my hopes and his responsibilities. Captain Lewis, I give you absolute authority to carry out this military mission of exploring the West. May you and all who serve in this mission safely return with information that will benefit the scientific, commercial, and national interests of our great and growing country.
And this is Charles Floyd. The monument that we visited was built in his honor. The only man to die in the Lewis and Clark expedition. And here is the Science and Medicine exhibit. It shows a little bit about the types of medicine that they traveled with. It wasn't enough to save Sergeant Floyd, though, was it? And look at that. They have a bullet probe, a tooth. How would you like to get your tooth yanked out with that? Thunderclappers. Don't even ask. A saw. We know what that's for, don't we? Just lots of really cool stuff. Here we go. I'm going to stamp my journal. Oh, I got a little information. Talks about Sergeant Floyd taking ill in William Clark's words. Look, it's none other than Lewis and Clark themselves. Let's see what they have to say.
What we're doing here, the service to our country of honorable men like Sergeant Floyd, well, it can't be in vain. There's no doubt in my heart whatsoever.
And there's a casket as they lay Sergeant Floyd to rest. Hey, there's me, a private. I think I fit the role of a private. There's an antelope. And there is an American bison. Wow, that's a big head. And a prairie rattlesnake. That skin is pretty interesting. And there is what a Sioux woman must have looked like back in Lewis and Clark's day. Very colorful outfit. And finally, gone fishing. It's my last stamp. I got to do my offering to seaman. Oh, I better get the pad open, right? Here we go. Well, I did it. I finally got inside the Lewis and Clark Center. It was an awful lot of fun. I got a lot of free souvenirs, free documents talking about the Lewis and Clark expedition. I got my little stamp book. I know I'm just a big kid at heart. It was a lot of fun. Shows you that persistence pays off, and you're going to find something good regardless of the city you visit. So, from Sioux City, Iowa, I'm Mark with the Average Me channel.